I worked in a bar before and this guy just kept touching me. Like, not even, like...
But yeah, I see it in Bulgaria as well. I think they also, in Bulgaria, like politicians, for example, I've seen female politicians be looked down upon, you know, not as much as male politicians.
I'm past that anyway, I don't worry about that anyway.
Öldürülmek istemiyoruz hiçbirimiz.
Hi guys, welcome to Bayasco. So today we're going to ask women how they feel working in the workplace. And if you're ready, let's get started.
Merhabalar, Turkey.
Okay, hi, what's your name?
Kira.
Kira, and you?
Katie.
Katie, where are you from?
Here. No, Galway.
Galway, so
Ireland.
you're from Ireland, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the question. What difficulties you have faced as a woman when you are working?
Sometimes it hasn't been great.
Oh yeah, you have experiences.
Yeah, with like some sexual harassment in the workplace, but you know, as it goes.
Yeah, because we just checked some research and then this thing like increasing a lot, like so fast. That's why I know maybe like 10 years later, 20 years later, it will be like more than now. So what can we do for fix this problem, for example? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, teach men from a young age that you can't touch women without consent. Pretty simple thing. Stop blaming women and tell men control themselves like women can. Like, we don't go around touching people.
Do you have any story about this in your life? Like, because she just looked you when you said that thing.
I have many.
You have many.
I worked in a bar before and this guy just kept touching me. Like, not even, like
No,
like,
you can
like,
say, yeah.
Like, I'd be putting stuff away and he would start massaging my shoulders, or he like stroked my neck once. And that
The neck
made
is a
me-
very vulnerable area.
It really was. Yeah, and it was good. Yeah. So, you know, things like that aren't cool.
I get it.
Yeah.
So, like,
especially in a workplace. Oh, recently we were working in this building.
Oh.
I went to go use the bathroom, the women's bathroom, and there was a man there in the women's bathroom with the door wide open, and his pants just around his
whole junction.
yeah, his whole
What he was doing there?
yeah, like there was. I didn't have to open
He
any
claimed
door.
that he
I
really
just,
needed to go.
I didn't have time to close the door, but he was just standing there like with his pants down, everything out. It was not something you expect to see during work. So that's just the very tip of an iceberg. Yeah.
I apologize like for all the men here, you know? Yeah, sorry about that. So do you want to say something to the men from here?
Behave yourself and stop harassing Kira.
Thank you so much.
I will kill you if you harass me.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I work in a bar, so
you're working out. It's
yeah.
like, it's
So drunk people.
drunk people is always happening. So
Yeah, just very touchy, very inappropriate.
but how can we fix this problem? What do you think about it? Because we are trying to fix this problem actually today here.
That's great.
Yeah. So how can we fix this problem?
I think just educate people. I think just educate. I think in schools implement, and in colleges just implement sexual harassment and just like show people how much it can affect people long term. Just people just like inappropriately touching me and they're drunk and it's just like, oh.
How can you saving yourself, for example, from them?
Get them kicked out.
That's really good. Yeah. What do you want to say to them from here?
Fuck you.
Personally, I haven't had any sort of discrimination or harassment problems myself, but I know plenty of other friends or even family members that have faced some of these difficulties. But I think, at least in the Western world, I feel things are moving forward because we're more open about, you know, fixing these issues and talking about them. But I think sometimes maybe in Asia, since I study Chinese and I've been to China as well, yeah, there still seems to be a prevalent issue. I know my Chinese friends have faced these problems, Of course,
Is there any other problems like working as a woman, like living as a woman?
Yes, I think just not, they don't trust you as much. I feel they don't feel that the decisions you make are necessarily, how to say, as important or have as much force or intelligence behind them sometimes. But yeah, I see it in Bulgaria as well. I think they also, in Bulgaria, like politicians, for example, I've seen female politicians be looked down upon, you know, not as much as male politicians.
How can we fix this problem? What do you have an idea?
I really don't know. I think it's so ingrained in society. We need to start kind of from the younger people. It's very difficult to change older people, you know. They say once you reach 27, you don't really change that much. But I'm hoping that they teach children from a very young age, you know, to listen to everyone has an equal opinion, an equal standing, and this will hopefully change.
Now, like watching you 5 or 4 billion of men from here, what do you want to say them from here?
You know, respect the people, the women in your life, because you came from one and she raised you for the most part, and she put a lot of love and respect into raising you, so I hope you care for them as much as they cared for you.
Who is the most guilty here? Like,
I actually find that media is quite guilty. I don't know if I used to watch a lot of old movies. I was very interested, and I realized, you know, things are changing now, but in the old movies they would always kind of have these undertones, and not even, sometimes it's very obvious. They would force gender roles, or, you know, like males need to be masculine, you know, they can't cry, they can't be weak, or, you know, marriage is a prison, or it's like you're trapped, and oh, women should be feminine, they shouldn't oppose men, like the old movies. And even in the early 2000s you would still see these sort of forced gender roles, and I think, you know, when it's subconsciously altering your opinion because you are watching these during your free time, and, you know, it changes you over time, and over time you don't realize it.
Yeah.
I think it's media for a large part of it, yeah.
No, because I work for myself, and I don't never have any problems. No problems.
did you heard anything about this kind of things?
I've heard people with, like, sexual harassment and stuff like that, yeah. But, like, there's nobody going to be harassing me at my age. No. I'm okay. I'm past that anyway. I don't worry about that end of it.
Sorry. Okay.
Well, what about in the past?
In the past? Oh, when I was younger, like? What do you mean when I was younger? No, I've never had any hassle. No,
Okay, that's
no.
it. Perfect. But who is like most guilty here? Family or school or like the boss? Who is more guilty here?
I'd say the boss.
Boss.
Yeah, the boss should be looking out for things like that.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
what do you think about education? Because
Well, you see, you can't educate somebody in that way. It has to be in you to look after yourself. And your family should really instill that in you. Like I do with my 2 daughters. I make sure that you speak for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? You speak up. If anything is wrong, you speak up, and don't let anybody make you feel small. Yeah.
I can see that like you are a really good mom because you are strong. You look so strong.
Yeah, you get a clatter.
So, have you been in Turkey before?
Oh yeah, I love
Because
Turkey.
your kids are
Yeah. Can't you see?
Look at it, you know.
Are you from Turkey
I'm
too?
from Turkey.
Ah, go away.
And my kids are from Turkey as well.
Kusadasi.
Kusadasi.
Yeah.
Maraş.
All right. Okay.
Mükemmel. Harika ya. Görüyor musun ya? Dişler Türkiye'den, özgüven İrlanda'dan. Röportaj da bizden. Hakikaten çok güzel ya. Kadın zaten çok güçlü bir kadın hissediliyor ve bakışları var ya. Allah'ıma buna kimse yaklaşamaz yani öldürür.
I work in a very male-dominated industry, so I face a lot of misogyny and sexism.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry. As a
I
woman.
make him nervous.
Okay. As a woman. Okay. Yeah. As a woman, what kind of difficulties you have faced while you are working? Or
While we're working?
Yeah.
I think it's a very big question. I think it depends where you're working, but in general, I think you feel like you have to prove yourself a lot more than a man does, you know, just to feel equal, and you have more to prove than a man does. I think that's one of the biggest things, yeah.
So what can we do to fix this problem? Do you have an idea?
It's not what we can do, it's what guys can do. You have to educate yourselves, you know, you have to... Well, the way that I see it is that every guy has a mom, has a sister, so whenever you're trying to harass a woman, you just think, how would you feel if your mom or your sister was being harassed that way?
Exactly.
So the woman's responsibility to speak up and say, speak up and make sure if they're uncomfortable or whatever, they have to say it as well. So.
I just lost my voice because I drink too much cold today.
We're doing an interview.
This is the question. As a woman, what kind of difficulties you have faced where you are working or in lifetime, you know?
I don't really feel safe going out because of everyone getting spiked.
Oh.
You know, with the needle?
Yeah, I heard it, yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
Just tell them, because, you know, tell them the story, please.
Probably going out in Dublin, I don't really feel safe because so many people are getting spiked with the needle at the minute.
and there's a AIDS, yeah, AIDS.
Oh yeah, there's HIV in the needle sometimes. You don't know if they're pregnant. Yeah, I heard that they say HIV.
I know two girls from the Brazil. They got the needle. When they go to hospital, they make tests and they said you have like hepatitis B.
Yeah, I hear about this as well.
But why just women? They are doing just women. What kind
I'd say it's because like a lot of men are targeting women because, you know, for ulterior motives that are like, you know, like rape or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And like, obviously, there's more of a chance. So they're seen in society that there's more of a chance if it's towards a woman than it is a man, you know?
Maybe more of like an open discussion about these things, because you see them a lot trending on social media, and there's like an online conversation, but not really so much in person or like even talked about in schools. It's more like a subject thing or part of like the syllabus.
It's kind of hidden away, so you're not getting
just
scared.
they're talking about it just to tick the box, but not really have a genuine open conversation as to why.
I didn't experience it, but I'm sure women do it. It's terrible. These men should get in jail. No, zero tolerance should be. There should be zero tolerance for that kind of behaviour for men.
Yeah, exactly. So
but
have you faced any issues by
no,
men?
thankfully no. No, very lucky not to. I don't know. Women need not to be afraid of men, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mothers need to teach their sons. Don't treat women like crap.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose I'm in the hospital, so like an awful lot of people would automatically think that we're lower than the men, like being doctors and stuff.
Okay.
Especially older people now. It's not their fault. They've grown up like that.
Yeah.
And just kind of little comments that will be made that they believe that we're not as intelligent as them.
Oh, intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but why the guy, especially old people thinking like this? Do you have an idea?
They've grown up in a generation when it wasn't a thing. Like, the generation was that the women stayed at home, the men went out and worked. So it's kind of still that belief. Managers shouldn't be women. That's like what they would believe.
Okay, yeah. Who is the more guilty here? Like.
I think it's a mix of everything.
Everything.
It's society itself.
Bunun sonu nereye gidiyor Gizem?
Kadınlara şiddet gün geçtikçe artıyor. Sadece bu artık sevgilisinden de değil. Aynı zamanda hiç tanımadığın bir adam da sana şiddette bulunabiliyor yolda giderken.
Gibi, evet.
Bunları da yaşayabiliyoruz. Kadın olarak yaşamak gerçekten çok zor. Çalışmak ayrıca zor. Çalışma hayatında da psikolojik şiddet de görüyoruz. Artı sözlü şiddet de görüyoruz. Ama bizim sokakta gördüğümüz şiddet çok daha farklı. Ben Türkiye'de bundan kaçarak geldim aslında yurt dışına, ama yurt dışında da çok farklı değil durum. Ben çalıştığım iş yerinden otobüs durağına giderken gece geç bir saatte bir homeless tarafından takip edildim. Yani burada da acaba başımıza bir şey gelecek mi diye sürekli bir tetikteyiz.
Coğrafya fark etmiyor yani.
Coğrafya fark etmiyor. Evet. Türkiye'de bu biraz daha farklı. Yurt dışında belki bir partnerin tarafından zarar görmüyorsun, öldürülmüyorsun. Ama sokakta da cinnet geçirmiş herhangi bir insan sana bir an zarar verebiliyor. Şiddete maruz kalabiliyorsun.
Bugün röportajda söylediler. Geçen haftalarda belki biliyorsundur. Burada bir adam AIDS'li iğneyi kadınlara batırıp kaçıyormuş. Ve sadece kadınlara yapıyor bunu. Hani onlara AIDS hastalığı bulaşıyor. Kadınlar ölecek yani. Başka şey yok. Hastaneye gidiyorlar. Yani ben aklım almıyor. Acaba diyorum hani erkek olarak bir şeyleri anlamıyor muyum? Kadınlar bu konuda ne düşünüyor? O yüzden zaten bu röportajı yapıyorum. Fuck off. Hey, respect it.
Evet, bir kadına şiddete daha şu an kadına şiddete maruz kaldım.
Eda iyi misin? Peki bunun sebebi ne olabilir?
İşte kız çocuklarınızı koruyun, kız çocuklarına şunu yapmayın demek yerine erkek çocuklarına neler yapması gerektiğini biz daha küçükken öğretirsek daha bilinçli toplum yetiştirmiş oluruz aslında.
Kesinlikle.
Yurt dışında da durum çok farklı değil. Kadına şiddet dünyanın her yerinde var olan bir şey ve bunun önlemini biz almak zorundayız. Son zamanlarda öyle şeyler yaşadık ki artık çıkan haberlere şaşıramıyoruz ne yazık ki, bu duruma geldik. Öyle bir haldeyiz ki insanlar öldürülen kadının arkasından yok mini etek mi giymişti, yok gecenin o saatinde orada ne işi vardı. Çok saçma sapan şeyler söylüyorlar arkasından. Öldürülmek istemiyoruz hiçbirimiz.
Kesinlikle ya, hakikaten şu an çok iyi anlıyorum. Diyecek hiçbir şeyim yok. %100 yani haklısın. Bunun artık önüne geçilmesi lazım. Umarım en yakın zamanda, en kısa zamanda da bunun önüne geçilecek şeyler yapılır. Ben çok teşekkür ederim sana videoya katıldığın için. Videoyu beraber bitirelim istersen.
Böyle bir konuya değindiğin için de biz teşekkür ederiz.
Rica ederim. Ne demek. Arkadaşlar videomuzun burada sonuna geldik. Videoyu beğenip yorum yapmayı, kanala abone olmayı ve zil açmayı unutmayın. Videomuzu Neşet Ertaş Usta'nın bir sözüyle bitirmek istiyorum. Kadınlar insandır. biz insanoğlu memleket var.